Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome to a new video. Today we're working on the Stepwagon again. I'm going to do a service to it, oil change and a filter. And I'm also going to continue prepping for the Lano guard protection that I've got. So basically I'm going to be cleaning the undercarriage, getting it all, basically all dust, dirt, anything that's stuck to the underside of the car. With the pressure washer, get that cleaned up, and then we'll get the oil change started. So I'll take you guys along for the ride. I hope you enjoy the video, and let's get started. All right, this is going to be my first view of the underside of the Stepwagon, really. Let's have a look at it. Well, first impressions, it looks really clean. No surface rust, no oil leaks. Wow. Yeah, looks really good. Looks really good. I might not even have to pressure wash it, to be honest. Yeah. Well, I'll bring you guys underneath to have a better look at it. But yeah, I mean, I did look at it when it was on the MOT station on the ramps. I did have a look at it, but yeah, let's get the oil draining out first. Filter looks like it's going to be fun to get to because it's right above the drive shaft. So that should be interesting. I can touch it, so we'll start draining the oil out and get some new oil and filter in it. So yeah. All right, let's get started with getting the oil out. It should be a 17 mil, which it is. Have the oil pan here. Like that, came loose, nice and sweet. Alright. First oil change. Here we go. Ooh. Doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. No, it doesn't look bad at all, actually. Yeah, good. That's good to see. Alright, we'll get this drained out, we'll get the filter off, and then we'll clean up the underside. All right, this is what I'll be using for oil filter, which is the Hamp Performance oil filter, which is from Honda because it's the same blue as Honda oil filter, and that's the part number. So yeah, it's made in Japan, same as the van, which is good. And then I'm using the Castrol GTX 5W30, which is 5 liters. So we'll get the old oil filter off, which is, I've checked, is a Honda original oil filter, so that's good. I know it's been taken care of, and then we'll put this new filter on. All right, looks like it's finished dripping now for the most part, so we'll go ahead and put the drain plug back in now. And so far I haven't spilled any oil, which is always a good thing. Hopefully I haven't jumped the gun. So we'll get that tightened down. There's quite a lot of oil in there. I don't know if it's maybe recently been changed, but I don't know when it's been changed, so that's why I'm doing it, so I know when it's been serviced. So give this a good snug, not too tight, but tight enough. One more little, I'm happy with that. That feels good to me. Right, okay, now we just gotta get the oil filter off. I don't know how fun this is gonna be, because it's quite tucked up above the thing here. They're always, yeah, that looks challenging, to be honest. Let's get this out of the way for right now. Whoop, almost built it, dang it. Let's see if we can. All right, we were able to get it loose with a pair of channel locks. But it wasn't easy. There it goes. Still very tight. All right, might be some spillage now. We'll find out. Yeah, here it comes. There's the spillage. Oh, it's coming out the filter, that is. Still haven't spilt any. Oh, 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 oh. There's still a lot coming out, isn't there? Crikey. Wow. But it's above the engine still, above the drive shaft. Oh, here we go. All right, that's the proper access. Oh, wow. Okay. Don't drop it now, Charles. You see all the damage I've done to the filter. Is it a Honda filter? It is a Honda filter. Very nice. That's what you like to see. Let's dump what's in it into there. All right, which is always good when it's in hand reach. All right. Let's go up there and wipe off the surface so it's clean. There's a lot of sharp objects around here that cut my fingers up. Oil's still dripping a bit. And let's put some oil on the O-ring. Just a little bit of oil on the O-ring. There you go. All right, let's crank this bad boy down now. All right, I just wanted to show you guys the finished product of under the engine bay cleaning. Removed quite a bit of stuff. I removed all these covers here and cleaned around those. And obviously you heard me had the intake box out on the last video. Had the whole intake system out and I cleaned all that. Wiped it all down, cleaned all under here, all by the washer jug here. Wiped inside there by the hood strut, by the struts. So yeah, so now we're gonna put the oil in and we'll chop it off, check it by the dipstick. We'll get that done now. All right, start adding some oil. Not to spill any. Oh, the sounds of oil going in. So we're not halfway in it yet. All right, guys, we're just laying into the van here. I thought I'd give you a little sneak peek of how clean she is. That's where the oil filter is. You can just see it right through there. So, yeah, all the chassis and the thing are really clean. Bolts, no rust, no nothing. So yeah, so I can, without making you dizzy, show you the backside under there. It's really clean. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna start removing the pollen filter now. Underneath here, there's 3 screws here. So we'll go ahead and pop those out. They are Phillips head screws. Okay, continuing on now. Underneath here, there's 3 screws underneath this panel here. You can remove your flare. My car has actually been upgraded to a battery-powered flare, which is kind of cool. They normally come with one that you pull and it's like a big flame, but my import didn't come with that. It came with the upgraded one, which is kind of cool. So yeah, you pop these screws out. There's 3 of them under here, and there again, they are Phillips head. And this is all just basically to gain access to the cabin filter. There's 3 of them under here. Okay, once you've removed the 3 screws across the bottom here, there's going to be a few little push clips, one on this side, which is like that. So you just push the middle in and then it pops it off. There's one on the other side. So you remove both of those. And then you need to remove the screw that's in here. remove that screw, Phillips head screw in there. And there's also 3 screws across the top here. There's one there by my finger, there's one there, and there's one on the other side of the cup holder. So you need to remove those 3 screws, and that will give you access to pull the panel out, basically. You don't really need to remove the cigarette lighter, but I just got it out of the way. And then basically all you need to do then is just kind of pull it all out, and it's all clipped in. So it should just pop out. Well, of course it's not going to. There it goes. So it just pops out with one hand, and then back off the, I'll try to do it with one hand, but back that out so it doesn't scratch it. There we go. And then there's your, it's in there. So I still need to remove this bracket here. So I need to get, so I think they're 8mm screws removed. There's 4 total. I need to remove those to get this bracket, because Honda made it where you have to remove the bracket, which makes sense. So I need to remove this bracket, and that will give me access to the air panel filter there for the pollen filter. So let's remove this bracket, and I'll show you the filter coming out. All right, I've got the bracket loose now, and I should be able to get the pollen filter out now if all goes to plan. Getting underneath. There it goes. That's the plastic cover basically coming off. Ooh, it's a little dusty under there. I'm going to move that outside. Alright, let's see how she looks. It's not the best the way Honda designed this, but there she comes. Oh, she's definitely the original one. Definitely needs replacing. It's quite dusty. Yeah, it's very dusty. Definitely needs replacing. Right, so we'll keep that outside the car, and then we'll get the new one and put it back together.
All right, welcome back everyone. We're putting the panel filter back in, the pollen filter now. Got the new one here, just came in the mail yesterday. Got it from Automatrix, so you can get your filter from them if you need it for the, well, they do all Stepwagon parts, so you can get loads from them. So we'll go ahead and put it back in the cartridge here. And that's it, ready to go back in now. So we'll, okay, putting it back in now. Just wanted to point out on the cartridge here, you might not be able to see it, but on the cartridge, it just shows the flow this way. And on the actual core here, it does say flow that way. So you know it goes in that way. Just keep an eye out for that stuff. Could be different on different models of Stepwagons, but that's what it is for mine. So we got it back in now, nice and easy. Okay, we got the filter element in. Let's put the cover back on now then. That pretty much locks it in place, and that's it. Easy as that. Now we'll put the bracket back on and get the glove box all put back together. So tighten up these bolts. This one here, because it's behind the panel here, it's hard to reach. So it's nice to have these adjustable wrenches, ratchets kind of things. It's really cool. It's a good tool. You don't need, if it's hard to get to, you can use these. So it's always good to have the tools that help you do the job, because you can hear the ratchet part of it, of the wrench. That's it. So that's all buttoned up now. So now we'll be able to put the glove box back in. Yeah, so putting a couple screws back in. Now, just an update. You don't have to remove these 3 upper screws here, because when I was filming this, showing you how to do it, I was literally doing it the first time for myself. There's nothing online showing you how to do it, so I was literally doing it myself. I assumed you needed to remove these, but you actually don't. So these 3 here, ignore that. You don't need to remove those. All right, so the first part to reassemble the glove box in is this. You see the holes in the glove box here? We got 2 clips here. So basically just pull it back a little bit, slide your glove box in, line them up. All right, just putting the glove box back in again. Don't forget to put your diagnostic port back in the glove box, because you have to remove that to take the glove box out. So remember to snap that back in, and then we can just push it back in again now. Back into place. All right, now it's just about putting the screws back in now. So we got 3 across the top, there's 2 here, and there's 3 across the bottom. So we'll get the screw in those in. Screw is the one that's in the little cubby here, just to remember to put that one in. right, next few bits you need to put back in are these little push clips that are down here on the lower part of the panel here. Just gotta line those up again. Don't forget to put your cool flare back in. If you don't have this style flare, the LED flare, get them on eBay, because the one you have in here is flammable. The original one is flammable, and probably unsafe to have them, I would think, because they could, if they're especially out of date, because they are dated. So get one of these. They're on eBay. Works just as good, and it fits in the original little cubby there. All right, just gonna wipe down the panel now, because all my greasy fingers and dirty hands, get it all nice and clean. Looks better. It's like a little card cubby hold there for a card. There's so many cool little features. I think that's a phone holder right there. And that might be for business cards. So you could get your Auto Matrix card and slide it in there like that. Does it stay in there? Yeah, that's it. That's pretty cool. And then you can put your phone there. It's very interesting. Honda. Pretty cool, man. All right, guys, and that concludes doing the pollen filter on the 2004 RF7 Honda Stepwagon. It's a pretty basic job, really. It'd probably take you 30 minutes by using the information from this video. I would imagine it's not too hard. Just a couple bits of tools that you need. Also, I did an oil change in this car too, which I showed you too. I did the service from the oil change, so that was part of it. So yeah, so I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. I hope you got some information to save you a few bucks with the installation. A few pounds, sorry. I said a few bucks, a few pounds. Anyway, stay tuned to the next video, because the next video we're doing the Lano guard underneath the rust protection on the Stepwagon. So that's the next video coming up, and stay tuned for that. And I appreciate you guys watching. If you made it to the end, remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Really appreciate it. Take care of yourself, guys. See you on the next video.